all the seekers of truth. There is so much seeking. People are trying to seek the truth. Perhaps they don't know what does that mean. It is unknown that particular aim, but you know that there's something is missing in life. Why are we in trouble? Why all these problems? After all, our Creator has created us. And why are we faced with all kinds of turmoil, troubles, violence? And there's no peace. There's no peace. It's impossible to understand sometimes as a human being. Why are we on this earth? That is what one has to find. Why are we on this earth? And what have we got out of this human life? What have we achieved out of this life, which is much higher than any other creatures? We run helter and skelter, try to find out the solution, or sometimes the answer. But it seems it's beyond human awareness to know the answer. The answer is within yourself. You have to know the answer only through self-knowledge. First of all, you don't know who you are, what you are. You have no idea about yourself. So, first one has to know about oneself. As everybody has said, know thyself. Saying that doesn't help. How do we know ourselves? How can we go inside? How can we fathom it out? What is the way? What is the method? Nobody has so far been able to answer how you can really take your attention inside. To see what are you, how you are made, what is the subtle system working inside. The only way that is suggested in all the scriptures, that you have to get your self-knowledge through self-realization. Now people talk of self-realization also. There are big organizations of self-realization. But talking about it is just talk. Something has to happen, definitely. Definitely, you have to have the experience. You have to feel yourself. But that's not done. Because the seeking is so earnest and genuine, we get lost. I must say many seekers are lost, even in America. More in America, I should say. And those who worked it out, I don't know wherever they may be, the way they have really finished those people who were seekers is, I think, is a very cruel thing. But it was their business and they have done it. Sahaja Yoga, Saha means with, Ja means born with you, is the right. Every everybody has this very fundamental right to get this yoga, means the union with the divine. All of you have this fundamental right. You may not be aware, you may not be knowing, but that's a fact. And you can't pay for it. That's one thing we should realize. That it is a living process. Say, we have become human beings. What did we pay? What did we do? We just became. To become a higher personality, what do we have? But the problem is, we don't understand that you cannot pay for your evolution, which is a living process. How much do we get to this Mother Earth for creating such beautiful flowers? Different types of flowers. What do? Do we stand on our heads or anything she gives? Because that is her nature. To give, she's made like that. In the same way you are made, as they have told you here, with all these centers. The centers are there and they exist in every human being. Now the greatest point is that this power, which we call as Kundalini, which resides in the triangular bone of sacrum, is in every human being. It's something very surprising. I mean, every human being has a heart. Every human being has eyes, nose, everything. But this power, which is a spiritual power, exists in every person. Whether you are black, white, brown, or also any religion you follow or whatever you may do, it exists. You cannot differentiate human beings. On a spiritual level, we will understand that we cannot differentiate. It's a myth to differentiate. But for that, people will fight. Fighting is not the way. For everything, they start fighting. Even for fundamental right, they fight. What do you get? Only the money, that's all. That's not the way. You have to know what is your being. For that, you don't have to fight. This fighting business starts when some sort of a law comes in. Everybody thinks we have a fundamental right and we must fight. Actually, the struggle of the people who are seeking the truth is so much in these modern times because never. And as a result of that longing, I don't know how people are making business out of it. How they are utilizing and defooling everyone and making a big money for themselves. But what to say that we have to leave our discussion. We must understand it's a living process of evolution. For which you cannot force it. You cannot force. Now you understand a living process. You have a seed. You sprout it as soon as you put it in the Mother Earth with a little water. Can you force it to be growing? You cannot. It's a living process. That means there is some energy that manifests it. That energy has been described in all the religions. You may call it as Ruh. In Sanskrit, call it Param Chaitanya. Also in the Bible it's called as the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, which is much more precise, I think. Have you felt that cool breeze any time? No? That is what you have to experience first. Please understand. All other experiences, some people say, I feel I have become a tree. Some people say, I think I'm flying in the air. Some people say, I become a bird. You are not going to go down in your evolution, but you are going to rise. It's a simple thing we should understand. You are going to rise above this human awareness to a higher awareness. If you realize that, it is a very simple thing to achieve in these modern times. These are the special times meant for your ascent. Perhaps you are not aware. We get very much upset the way things are going on. It's all for everybody to be aware that there's something has to happen. Something great has to happen. Something special has to happen to human beings, that they rise above into a new awareness, into a new personality of self-realization. Now, this is when I'm telling you this. It's very easy to understand that within us is this power. In the triangular bone, which is sacrum, that means perhaps, the Greeks knew it's a sacred bone, they call it sacrum. Now from this bone rises the Kundalini. It's a very simple thing to understand that if God Almighty has created you, He must have made some arrangements for your future evolution. He cannot just allow you to destroy yourself like this. Cannot. So then we come to the point, what happens? What will happen? The first thing I told you is that you start feeling the good deeds of the Holy Ghost on your fingertips. This experience you have, first time you feel the all-pervading power of divine love. Again I say love. Very important to understand this. And this divine love is such a great power. It does all these things. Imagine to have peony separately, larkspur separately, going into the same soil. This whole growth, how does it take place? This power does everything. And this power surrounds you, it's there. Only thing you have to feel it for the first time. And that feeling should come to you. That's an experience by which you will know what is inside you, what centers are out to forward, and which one are to be corrected. That is, we can say, part of the self-knowledge. And then you get the knowledge how you correct yourself, how you become perfect, how you enjoy life, how you become absolutely peaceful personality. I said it's divine love. And love is knowledge. And knowledge is love. If you love somebody, you know everything about that person, even at the human level. But at the spiritual level, you know so many things that you are amazed at yourself and at the knowledge that you have. As I said yesterday, Einstein talked about it. And Einstein told that there is an area called torsion area above our mind. We have to cross this mind. This mind stops. But if you can cross this mind, you can get into that area which is torsion. And in that torsion area, once you establish yourself, you get ideas which are absolute truth, which scientists can prove it, anybody can prove it. There is nothing just absurd or something that is being just bombastic. You are amazed how you come to know so many things. These are all kleshas within you. It works out in different ways. For example, health-wise you improve because it is physical. Mentally you improve. Emotionally you are alright. And especially spiritually. Now how? Because all these centers that you have seen are responsible for our physical, mental, emotional, also our spiritual being within ourselves in a subtle way. So once they are corrected, when they are nourished, when they are enlightened, you see the effect of that. It's very beautiful instrument within us. It doesn't trouble you. Because she is your mother. Kundalini is your individual mother. She knows everything about her. She has recorded everything, I would say, like a tape recorder, you know. She knows your past, she knows your aspirations, she knows your problems, your mistakes, everything she knows. But she is very anxious to give you a second birth, extremely anxious, and how lovingly she has sent. It's very remarkable. She doesn't trouble you, she doesn't give any pain to you, just smoothly the ascent takes place. Very beautifully she rises, nourishes your centers, integrates them, and connects you to this all-pervading power of divine love. What a mother, I should say, to do such sublime things for her son, to look after her son, to give her this new life, a new dimension in his whole enterprises, for his whole life. That is so complicated, but it becomes, you'll be amazed, it becomes absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. All the saints have said that, and the only person who said is not that. But if there was one saint, all people got after that saint. If there was one Christ, they got after him, they crucified him. Anybody who talked of truth had suffered. Socrates was given poison. So you have seen the history, all such things were happening. Because they were singled out, they were singled. But now, thousands can get their self-lives. Thousands can become saints. It's such a collective power. It's such a great association which is so subtle and so much one. This is the love which is collective. This collective love we have never felt. We have never known this collective love. At the slightest pretext, a brother will fight another brother, the father will fight the mother, all kinds of things will go on. But once you get collectively connected, you become like drops in the ocean, but actually you become the ocean. It's really not the poetry I'm telling you, it's reality I'm talking to. You then know the reality. So far we do not know the reality. By reading books, you will know. By paying money to people and going to various organizations, and you will know. You have to know yourself which is within you, this power which awakens you and connects you with this all-pervading power. Now this all-pervading power thinks, organizes, balances, looks after your family, it looks after kith and kin, looks after the whole atmosphere. Above all, it loves. It is the power of love I'm talking about. Thus, the way once you become empowered by that power of love and compassion, I'm sure one day you realize your potentiality. How great! You are no less than any great saint or any Sufi. You are just the great knower of the true knowledge, not of absurd knowledge. whatever knowledge we have from the books. Sometimes, how are you sure that it is true? Unless and until you have the power, this divine power, which you use and practice and find out for yourself truthfully, you cannot believe in something which is just told to you. Why should I would say you shouldn't believe me also. Why should you believe me? This belief is very dangerous sometimes when we start taking to something that is sensational, or we are by paying money we feel we are paid. Now we are paid money to go to heaven. All kinds of funny ideas we have within us, I don't know how. And we try to pacify ourselves and think, oh no, I've got it. The other day I met one lady. She is American and she was dressed up like an Indian, and the way we dress up and the way we live. She said, I admire Indian culture. I said, that's all right. For what do you admire? Because it's very peaceful way, it is very family oriented. But I think, is that the end of life? Is that what you are here? There are thousands of Indians. Are they all satisfied people? Then it came to her head that what she has been doing. She said, I've given up this, I've given up that. I said, that's not the way. What actually is to happen is to achieve that self-mastery. And in that mastery you get all the knowledge that you want. Apart from that, it's not an education. It's not like making you into PhD, maybe it's nothing. But spontaneously, because it's all within you, all this knowledge is within you. So, it all becomes visible, absolutely is flowing in you. You can see clearly that what knowledge is coming, from where it is coming, and what love and compassion I have for everyone. How you can solve the problem of love that is on the worldly level? You cannot. It has its limitations, its problems. But divine love solves your problems of your friends, your family, and the whole world. Today, as it is, you can see that humanity is in a doldrum. It has no direction. But after getting realization, you will be amazed that you become a part and parcel of such a powerful power. That power of love, which is so engrossing, so joyful, so beautiful, and you get rid of all your greed and lust and all such enemies that we have. Just get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? Because you rise at a level where these things cannot touch you. These things that make you miserable do not touch you. But I don't say that you give up your family, you give up your friends, you give up your relationships. No, you are there. But even being there, you are aloof, and you see the whole thing as a drama. Like you are going through the traffic, now you are worried. Suppose somehow you go onto the heights, and from there you see the traffic. You are not worried. You are looking at it as a drama, as a witness. This exactly happens to you, and then you see the problems. which you can solve. You become so capable about it, but not with harshness, not with cruelty, but complete compassion and love, which acts beautifully, beautifully acts. You become such a source of love and affection. But that love and affection you cannot understand unless and until there is the flow of this divine power. Once it starts flowing, it will awaken yourself and at others who will see that power and say, "Oh my God, what is this? I never knew I was this." But you are that. That is what you are seeking, and that is what you have to have. It's your right tendency in the fundamental side that you should have. As it is, I have given so many lectures, one after another, and there are so many books they have published. There are many people who have gained so much. But lecturing doesn't help. You have to have your self-realization. So today, we are going to try that. Before that, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
People have said that it's very interesting to know and to manifest the purpose for your soul. Do you think there's individual purposes, separate, a special way to move toward the divine purpose for us?
Collective is the purpose of your soul. You have to become collective, but it's not the collective artificial one, but like your hands are collective with the whole body. If there's a pain here, the whole body will feel. But who is the other? You can feel everyone within yourself. And that is what happens to you. So the purpose is that you become the whole and completely engulfed into the whole. Alright?
Excuse me, what is the connection in any of Sahaja Yoga and Reiki? Or are they parallel with one another?
I don't want to criticize anything. Only thing you should see all these things, what have you gained? First question. What have you gained by doing anything? Have you got self-realization? Have you got the knowledge of the divine? Have you felt the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Just like that. As a mother, I would say, what did you get out of it? There are so many in the market, so many. I would ask you this question. Child, what did you get? There's no end to such things.
Once you become self-realized, how do you maintain it?
I used to think that once you get self-realization, you are self-realized. But it's not so. I must face the facts as it is. Once you get your realization, of course, I mean, you do feel all the time the cool breeze and all that. But there are problems on your centers, on your chakras, which you can feel on your fingertips. You can see yourself. I said self-knowledge. So you can see yourself what problems you have. You can feel the problems on yourself. Immediately you say, all right, this is the problem. And that problem you want to correct yourself, because you see yourself. I'm surprised sometimes people come and tell me, Mother, my Aga is very bad, please correct it. That means, Mother, I'm very egoistical. Normally nobody would say I'm egoistical, will they? Nobody. But once they get self-realization, they see the problem, they love themselves, they see themselves in that love, they say that why not I get myself corrected? Then, of course, it has to be worked out a little. Like, even if the seed sprouts, it has to grow. It doesn't take much time. Within 1 month's time, most of the people become masters. They can give realization. They can tell them everything. Anybody, you need not be very well educated, nothing. I've seen in the villages, people work it out so fast. So I can't say how much time it will take, but I've seen people becoming masters within 1 month's time. And you don't have to pay throughout. It's very important to understand.
Some of us told me that our purpose was to spread the word of God through our thoughts and our actions. I just want to know what you thought about that statement.
Someone said you want to spread the word.
Of God through our thoughts and our actions. I just want to know what you thought about that statement.
Saying that the statement somebody made. Somebody made a statement. You should spread the word of God through your thoughts and through your actions. What do you feel about that statement? One becomes managed to get a pizza, get what are your thoughts and what are your actions?
First, you should get connected to God. If you are not connected to God, whatever you are doing in the name of God may not be. First point is we should be connected. Supposing this instrument is here and if it is not connected, it has no meaning. In the same way, our God's work has no meaning because we are not yet connected to God. First get connected to His power. Yes, now.
Yoga, once you get self-realization, you know yourself, but who is going to correct the injustice in the world? Who is going to become the leader who will change the world where there is injustice, where there is a discrimination, where there is a hatred? If you are saying forget about the hatred, who is going to come forward? If I become self-realized and if I forget the hatred, then who is going to come forward and change the world where there is a injustice, where there is a crime, where there is a harassment?
Correct. Really, that's the worry that I have. This hatred and all this comes through ignorance. We have ignorance. And once you start getting into this great ocean of love, it starts just disappearing from you to begin with, and from others also who have got realization. Now they say that Sir Yoga is working in 72 countries. And we have seminars in India sometimes, and sometimes in Italy, where the people from all these countries come. I have never seen them criticizing each other. Of course they have great fun, they enjoy, but never seen complaining or doing anything wrong to each other. Because now they have become all one. It's a last judgment. This is the time of last judgment. If you want to remain as you are, remain. Nobody can force you. But if you want to rise to that level, you'll be amazed. You'll have friends all over the world. Not ordinary friends, but real friends. So, just to get rid of this hatred and all nonsense, what do we have to do? Think hatred comes from where? It comes from human beings. So, we have to transform them. If they are transformed, things will be alright.
Is there healing energy that will come from the meditation tonight?
must know what is this energy is. You must understand. And it heals people, no, it does heal. First it will heal you, and then it will heal others also. No doubt it does. But first you must know it. You must know how to do it. It would be like any doctor who is not even done his MBBS or anything and trying to do some job. It will be like that. So first I would say you should establish. Those who are established surgeons, first of all, get very good health, but they can help others, they can heal others. Definitely. That is nothing. That is just a big part of this energy.
Thank you. Most saints spoke of self-realization coming with a lifetime of practice and dedication and commitment. Why is that Sahaja Yoga, with Sahaja Yoga, you can accomplish so fast?
Now, why? Because the need is so much. It's the need of the divine. Divine love is present with human being, and it wants to have a very short thing. You see, formerly, to go to, even to New York, was very difficult. I don't know how many years Columbus took to come to America. But today, it is coming. So I would say it's a jet age. And humility has also
Does the Kundalini yoga that you teach has anything to do with Tantra yoga?
You see, the name is Kundalini Yoga. It has nothing to do with Kundalini, I must say. So, Sahaja Yoga and Kundalini Yoga are the same, if you see the meaning of it. But in actual, I've seen this Kundalini Yoga business is terrible. Because people have suffered so much. So it's something very different. I don't know what they do with the name of Kundalini Yoga.
With all your travels, do you miss your family?
My family is very sensitive. And I travel, they also travel with me. My family, all of them are here now in America. But my family is very sensitive. And they have realized that this is such a great work that so they support me, they help me in every way. They are very supportive and they like it and they enjoy all the people who have got realization. This a family have the same ideas, or we can say the same feeling for the world, and they are very happy.
Have any of your grandchildren or children had the same insight or born with the same insight as you?
Hey, see, I have also great grandchildren. And I am surprised that they are all born realized. They are born realized. That's very surprising. And the family is so united, so helpful. And my great grandchildren also have the vibrations, they understand. And it's remarkable how the divine has been kind to give such a family. I have never neglected my family, never. But they understand that my work is very important. And they also enjoy my work very much. They also feel the vibration. They also have got realization. Yes, please.
I'm not able to get out of this body consciousness.
No, all these words are absolutely has no meaning. Body consciousness is state that thing. See, it is said that you should not be conscious of your body, you should be conscious of your body as a human being, there's nothing wrong. But once you get your realization, you become conscious of your subtle body which is within you. So you can easily get it. But you don't lose the consciousness of your body. That's not so. These are all funny things they are doing. I was telling you that you fly in the air and all that. It's not. It's absolutely simple that you become consciously aware within yourself of your own powers and which you use not for cruelty or for making money but for love. I mean, it is something. It is something that happens to you, like I would say a flower. See, it's just a bud. Maybe it's not even a bud, but then it becomes a flower. And you see your fragrance, and you are amazed at yourself. So all these things that you have to give up your body consciousness, this consciousness, is not necessary at all. You don't have to give up anything. Wherever you are, whatever you are, in that only you get the light, the enlightenment as they call it. See, Americans eat too much, that's why. All their beliefs come from some reading, I don't know from where they got it. And to neutralize them is very difficult on a mental level. But if you get your realization, certainly this was all nonsense. You said it's correct that Americans have this idea, those ideas, but these ideas are not reality. Have you felt the reality? First get to the reality. Then you will see, in these words, I don't know what people read. I mean, this is nothing. I came long time back before here. I ran away. I said, impossible. Their brains are already filled with so many books, I don't know how to talk to them. And after 9 years I appeared on your soil. Now they are changing. But they are realizing this is all kind of a money making going on with the books. Thank God it's coming up now. It's better.
Do you believe that the Kundalini is the same life force, energy that the Chinese call Qi? That this energy is, part of us, part of the world, that can be accessed in this way, and also through things like Qigong and Tai Chi. Is it the same force?
Right. But you see, it has something to do with that, and that is what is our ego and super-ego. The Chinese, what they have written is correct. But Chinese also don't know who is Lao Tse, can you imagine? Lao Tse is the man who talked about this thing, is the one who told them about Kundalini, and they don't know who is Lao Tse. Especially in America, I don't know what sort of Chinese live in. It's such a great source of knowledge. And what they have said is a perfect thing. But everything gets integrated inside you. All the knowledge, all the scriptures, everything gets integrated. Absolutely integrated, because out of light you see the truth in all of them. There is truth in everything. There is truth in every religion. But religion now has become money oriented, also power oriented, so it's gone on. But actually, if you go to the roots of it, it is all the same. For example, take the case of Kosovo. Now there these Muslims wanted to have a separate state. It's not necessary. Why do they want to have a separate state? You see, everywhere where they were tried separate state, even in our country, they all are suffering. Since living in the same state, they could have done it. Alright, they said it. But one thing one should understand that in democracy, how can you have a state based on religion? You cannot. Despite that they wanted. Now what did they get? Did they get their separate state? They became refugees. Poor things starving. For 2 years they cannot go back to their houses and homes. Because there was no discretion. If you want to help them, best thing is to give realization to everyone. Then all Muslims, all Christians, all Hindus, all of them become Sahajas. They respect each other. They have to become Sahajas. No use becoming Christian, Hindus, Muslims, because that means fighting. And in Italy we had a little discussion, and they said that we don't want to have one global religion. We have a global religion because innately we are religious. If you know what that innate religion is, then you will become global. But they don't want because they want to fight. If there is one religion global, we all are there respecting all the religions and all the incarnations and all the principles of religion. Suppose, then how will you fight? On what basis will you fight? This is the problem. We have to go beyond these limitations which are created. We can say created by human beings only. Human beings are good at spoiling everything, I feel that. You see, if you go in a forest, it's so clean, so nice, all the birds are there, all the animals are there, the lions are there, the tigers are there. You will not find anything stinky. But you send one man there, the whole place is That is what we have done to religion also. Don't know how many bifurcations we have of religions. How can you have? There's one God. How can there be so many religions? And just fighting in the name of religion is stupidity. Because they don't know. If there's innate religion within, the innate, which is so much encompassing the whole world. Now think of Sufis and Muslims. What they write? They write nothing but surgery. What Christ wrote was surgery. What Muhammad Sahib wrote was surgery. They didn't write all these nonsensical things that people are doing, but they don't read even Quran, you'll be surprised. They don't even read Bible in proper way. Or some people just go on reading words. How can you get into it? You must read within the lines, which they don't do. And then they start fighting. It's so absurd, the whole thing is, that next generation will not believe in any one of these organizations based on religion, I can tell you. But they might take to something also very bad. So the best thing is to get to the roots of it and find out. So many things are said to explain according to times also. But how many people really know the roots of religion? They are all one, coming from the same tree. There's nothing to fight. Have you ever seen one branch of the tree fighting with another? It's as absurd as that. To me, I can't understand. It's not possible for us to fight with each other. For what are we fighting? We are part and parcel of the whole. How can we fight? It's very unnatural, which is very dangerous also. As I said, on a tree there are so many leaves, and they are all different. You won't find another leaf repeating itself. But they never fight with each other, do they? Why should we, the human beings, fight in the name of God? They make money in the name of God. They fight in the name of God. They do all kinds of things in the name of God. Now what do you say what such a God it is? How much we have brought? Glory to the name of God. Alright? So we have to know that innate religion within us, which is in everyone. All of us have that innate religion. We may call it by name. It's a pure, noble religion, we can call it. Which is within all of us. It's a fact. I'm telling you a fact. Otherwise, you start fighting for this, fighting for that, and what will happen? That's what I said, this is the last judgment. And this last judgment is really going to make the difference between the people who have got self-realization and who haven't got it. Last judgment we are not going to put on the balance to find out who is thinner and who is fatter. No. It is, what have you got within yourself? What light you have got within yourself? And you must have a proper understanding that your value of your human life is very great. It is not something frivolous, cheapish. It's very great, and you can help the whole world to emancipate. Alright?
There is one lady, she wants to ask a question from last.
Can you chapter shoot?
Well, is the fact that I'm not vegetarian that I eat meat and fish and things like that, and also I smoke that coffee and stuff.
You will get to the self-realization with one. Whatever is good for you, you will have. These are all the things that are there because you haven't got your self-realization. Please make yourself comfortable. I never say you become vegetarians. I never say you don't give up your smoking, drinking, nothing. If I say that, half of the people will go away. I can say, alright, come sit down. Get your self-realization. Then tell me. What's there? You should know you are never alone when alone. Absolutely. It's just, you just enjoy the loneliness also. Sometimes I'm left alone and I'm quite happy also. No questions, nothing, no problem. Sometimes I enjoy myself. When you know what you are, you really enjoy. I've seen people who have never written a word of poetry, after getting self-realization, they become great poets. Some musicians they were no good, have become great musicians. Some people who never spoke a word, they have become great orators. So all this happens to you. And when you are alone, you get the ideas from the torsionary. Very important to be alone. So don't feel bad that you are alone. Here you are in connection with God, and never alone. And you get all your ideas from the torsion area. If you note it down, you'll be amazed at yourself. Alright? You got this. With the force of pure desire. So it cannot be forced. If you want it only, then it will come. But first of all, you must know that you are a human being and you must respect yourself. You must have love for yourself. It's not selfishness, but respect that you are a human being and here you have come to get yourself right. It's something very special. There's so many people in Iran, but you are special that have come for yourself right. If you have only this feeling within yourself, without any force it will work out, I'm sure. Now, you don't have to do anything, but if you could take out your shoes, it will be better because this Mother Earth helps us. I hope you don't mind taking out shoes. That will definitely happen. Because your connection with the Mother Earth is very important. You will then realize how important is this Mother Earth. How she helps us in our spiritual life. So far we have never known this before. So those who do not want self-realization have to leave the hall. They should not disturb other people. If they want to have, then welcome very much and they can get it. It will hardly take 10 minutes. Self-realization will take hardly 10 minutes. Not more than that. The new people seem to be very aware. It's not the same as I had seen, say, about 20 years back. You are very aware, and I am sure all of you will get it in no time. Now, only thing you have to do is to put both your hands towards myself and both the feet apart from each other. Why and how, that you will know later on. Why? These two hands represent your two sympathetic nervous systems. Just put it a little higher. Little higher. Now, one thing is very important, that this center is very constricted. And to open the center, you have to forgive everyone. Now, you might say that it's very difficult to forgive. But the argument is whether you forgive or you don't forgive, you don't do anything. Just don't do. But if you don't forgive, then you torture yourself, not the other way. So please, just try to forgive. Forgive everyone. Just say that. In my presence you say, Mother, I forgive everyone. The second thing is that you have to forgive yourself. Because if you feel guilty, no use feeling guilty, because it gives you pain here, and this center catches very badly. And you might get spondylitis with that, or you might get also angina. So why feel guilty? I mean, whatever has happened, finished now, today, at this present moment, because we have to be in the present. So forgive yourself. And people get, entangled into this guilt for such a small thing that I am surprised at. There's nothing to feel guilty. As I said, you must have respect. After all, we are human beings. If you have made mistakes, it's all right. Now don't go on playing on Just forgive yourself and forgive others. That's all we need. Just say that. Now, put your hands up like this towards me. Now, put your right hand towards me. And bend your head. And see if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area. You can put your hand little away from your head, not on top. And see, you can move your hand and see for yourself if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area. This is the actualization of baptism. Just see for yourself. This is your own body. Now, please put your left hand towards me. Put down your head and see with your right hand if there's a cool or a hot breeze-like vibrations coming out of your fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when you were a child. Now, this is hot because you have not forgiven either yourself or to others. That's why it was hot. Just see this. You can raise your hand up and down on the sides and see for yourself. Now put both the hands towards you. And just try not to think. Don't think. That's the state. Is the first state you have to achieve. Now just try to feel. If you feel any cool breeze on your fingertips or on your palm or on from the fontanelle bone area on top of your head. Just try to feel if you are feeling it. It's an experience as I told. It is not that I have to certify, it is you who have to certify. Please forgive. Forgive everyone. Forgive yourself. That's very good. Now raise your hands to the sky and push back later. Now you can ask any one of these three questions, any one of these questions 3 times. For example, you can say, Mother, you can call me Mother or Shri Mataji, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Or, Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya? Or Mother, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Ask any one of these questions 3 times. You can push back your head little. Take down your hands, please. Those who have felt cool or hot breeze in their fingertips, on their palm, or out of the fontanelle bone area, please raise your hands. May God bless you all. That is New York. May God bless you. I could feel the good breeze coming from you to me. Can you imagine this New York? Wonderful place now. But now you have to grow. I must tell you, you have to grow. You feel very nice on top of the world now, I know that you feel. But you have to grow. For that, we have programs, follow-up programs. So please try to come to those follow-up programs. Because then you will grow. And then you will realize, if you do not take it seriously, it won't work. And you'll be lost again. Like some Christ has said that some seeds were sprouted and were thrown on the roadside. It's like that. So you have to respect it. Respect your self-realization. And please try to come to follow programs. I don't know where they are. I will tell you just now where they will. Please be seated for 1 minute. 1 minute. And write it down. It's important that you must know everything about it. And you should become masters. Every one of you can give realization to at least 1,000 people.